Rightfully so, the topic of this video is a question that every agent thinks about, mainly when they are starting their real estate career, but also some agents that are solo right now that are struggling. Should I join a real estate team? In this video, we'll break down everything so you can do your own comparisons, or at the very least, come in more prepared when interviewing teams. Just quickly though, if you find these videos helpful, consider liking and subscribing. It means an absolute ton to me, but let's just dive right into the video. Let's dive right into the fun stuff this time with the main reason anyone joins a team: doing transactions, getting clients, and making money. And how does that happen? The team will provide you leads. We'll touch on other important reasons to join a team, like support, training, tools, motivation, even sometimes camaraderie within an environment, but the main reason is leads. What are we paying? Because you are 100% paying through your commission for these leads, but what are we paying for what are we getting? Team commission cuts and brokerage splits can range. When you join a team within a brokerage business model, which is what is happening a high percentage of the time in the industry, you will have commission splits and you will also be giving up a commission cut to your team leader or leaders. For this, we'll compare two possible ranges and we'll base it on making $100,000 in commission in your first year. The first range is going to be 5% commission split to the brokerage and 50% commission cut to your team leader. And the second will be a 20% commission split with a cap to your brokerage and a 25% commission cut to your team leader. Let's break down the first one, which is quite simple. 5% commission split to your brokerage. And for the sake of this video, we won't include any admin fees, but anticipate admin fees ranging from $100 to a few $100s. So first scenario on 100,000 in commissions is the brokerage gets 5,000, 5%. The team leader gets 50,000, 50%. And the agent is left with 45,000. Pretty simple one there. The agent keeps 45% of all transactions. Scenario 2, based on making $100,000 again, this time with an 80-20 split with an $8,000 cap and a 25% commission cut to the team leader or leaders. For the first 40,000 at 20% brokerage split, the brokerage would get the $8,000 cap and 25% to the team leader of 10,000. So far, the agent keeps 22,000 of the first 40,000. The next 60,000 in commissions after you cap, which means no more commission split to the brokerage for the remainder of that calendar year, but there will be another 25% and 15,000 to the team leader, and the agent keeps 45,000. So the total of the first 100,000, the brokerage keeps 8,000, the team leader keeps 25,000, and the agent keeps 67,000. So one scenario, the agent keeps 45,000 of the first 100, and the other scenario 67,000 of the first 100. Both terrible scenarios for the agent, but let's break this down a little deeper to see what they paid for what they got. Let's not even talk about the 50% commission split in the first scenario. The numbers just get so silly for what you're paying that we'll just focus on the 25%. The team leader taking 25,000 of your first 100,000. So in your first year in this scenario, you gave up 25% of your commission. You gave up 25,000, and for the sake of this video, we'll say how much leads you could have generated on your own with a conservative $5 per online buyer lead. A very high percentage of team leaders will run online ads, Instagram, Facebook, Google pay-per-click ads to get online buyer leads for their team members. These type of marketing campaigns, in my opinion, you 100% want to learn because you can build a brand even with these marketing campaigns, but we'll touch on that a bit later when we talk about being given a fish or becoming the fisherman. But with the conservative $5 per lead, if you spent 25,000, you would have obtained 5,000 leads. If you converted just 2% of those 5,000 leads, which is 1 in 50 leads, you could have worked with 100 clients. So in your first year of making $100,000 with your team, you gave up 25,000 to your team leader. And if you just base those 25,000 on generating leads, this could result in 100 clients. What is the value of 100 clients? Well, definitely do the math in your area, but let's say we take an average home price of $750,000 with a commission rate of 2% even is 15,000. 15,000 times 100 transactions, basically clients of yours, is 1.5 million in gross commissions. Like mentioned, it's not even worth doing the math on the 50% commission split, but let's break down that 25,000. Where did it go and why didn't we get 5,000 leads? I personally don't run a team in the traditional sense. We'll touch on a bit later how I think agents should work together within a team environment, but basically, there's different budgets within a team and no two teams have the same expenses. So we won't know exactly the numbers, but let's take into consideration a few possible expenses the team leader or leaders might have. When it's a team within a business brokerage model, like mentioned, which is what a very high percentage of these teams are, the 20% split, for instance, in this case, until you cap, this pays for office environment, this usually pays for maybe even a website, this pays for admin staff, this pays for your broker of record. It pays for a lot of things that the team leader doesn't have to pay for. But we'll put together a bit of a short list, and if you can think of any other expenses, put them in the description below. But let's say, for instance, it didn't come. That 20% didn't come with a website. So let's say your team leader pays for that. $150 per month for a website, we'll say. So $1,800 a year there. Signage to start, if you're brand new, that's about $300 total. Let's say if they'd like to pay for coaches or motivational speakers to come in, let's call that $100 per month, so about $1,200 per year. So at this stage, we're at about $3,300 in expenses for those three. Of course, there could be more, there could be less, but we'll leave it at $3,300 per year per team member. Let's say the team leader, and again, I'm not sure how this works, but let's say the team leader keeps 50% of that commission split to themselves because they're entitled to it, they've built something for you, so they keep that, which gives you a remaining $9,200 of the $25,000 to be spent on leads. That's still over 1,800 leads a year. If you had a budget of $9,200 personally for yourself, 1,800 leads per year, even if we get more conservative and it was $10 a lead, we're still at over 900 leads per year, and 900 again at a conservative conversion rate of 1 in 50, 2%, you're looking at 18 clients, transactions, or deals. And just 18 sales per year at the same 15,000 per commission check, we'll call it, like mentioned before, would be 270,000 per year. So I know the average real estate agent doesn't want to pay out of pocket for marketing expenses to generate their own leads. And this is 100% something that maybe brand new agents have to get over, but the team leader can capitalize on this because they have it already set up. But let's also look a little deeper at the leads that you generate organically, because the team leader in their training, they're gonna want you to maybe cold call, door knock, possibly set up your own YouTube channel, your own branding online, maybe even run your own Facebook, Instagram, or Google ads as well. These are all fantastic ways to generate leads and build your real estate business, but what happens on these leads that you generated on your own? Well, this is where things unfortunately get worse for the team member. And of course, every team is a little bit different in this scenario, but the team leaders or leader will still want their commission cut. Even worse, what about your SOI, your sphere of influence, your personal friends and family? Does the team leader also want a commission cut on them? As you can see, we start to get into some ridiculous territory here. Make sure you ask these important questions when you're interviewing your team leader, because these leads have nothing to do with them. I'll quickly add one more thing as well. Contracts. Make sure you're not signing long-term contracts. I've heard of people signing 2 or 3 year team contracts, and then if they want to leave to another team or go solo, the team leader or leaders can actually come after some of their commission. So try to avoid contracts if possible. This model, this team model right now, in my opinion, if you couldn't already tell, is broken. I like the idea of agents working together, which is what I focus on, generating your own leads, building your own personal brand online long-term, and becoming that fisherman instead of being given the fish. A team of people working together is a beautiful thing. And if you've been watching my videos, you know I'm with eXp Realty. And here at eXp Realty, we can have this invested interest in each other's success. People that join with me, I get a small percentage of their commission until they cap. That gives me that invested interest in your success and wants you to succeed and can show everything, all the tools, training, support that we have to make you successful without taking any of your commission. It allows us to just show everything. If you're starting out, it's showing the logistics in action so you can learn in a week what other agents don't learn or it takes them forever. You can learn how to generate your own leads online. You can learn how to build your personal brand, maybe even get out of your comfort zone with door knocking and cold calling. All of this stuff, the book can just be opened now and is the main reason I joined eXp Realty at the beginning after being at a traditional brokerage where everyone was against each other for the first 2.5 to 3 years of my career. This is my reason, and this is why I'm against the traditional team model. If you truly want to build a business, become an entrepreneur, be completely self-reliant, and build your own business, definitely reach out to me and find out what we are doing for eXp Realty agents that join us here in Ontario, because it is we. It's myself and the people I've aligned with to basically help and generate success between agents without taking anything from them. An independent team of agents that never ask for a dime from each other, that only want each other's success long term, is something that I want to be a part of daily. Thanks for watching, and again, this is just my opinion on teams. Everyone has a different opinion in a different scenario that they are currently in. This is just mine. But if you have any questions, DM, email, of course, comment on this video. I get back to everyone. My name is Callum Moore, eXp Realty real estate agent here in Ontario, and we'll see you in the next one.